Bobby Griffith left the zoo at around midnight. He walked straight northwest into downtown Portland. He approached the overpass and looked over the bridge, watching as the 405 traffic rushed by and then disappeared beneath the concrete span. He held the railing and said, "I hate living on this earth, and I think God must get a certain amount of self-satisfaction watching people deal with the obstacles that he throws in their path." Bobby executed a sudden backflip over the railing, descending 25 feet down into the path of an ongoing trailer, killing him instantly. A man shall not lie with another man as he does a woman. It is an abomination. Leviticus 18:22. If I had $1 for every time somebody quoted that in my face, I'm sure I'd have thousands. But what really hurts is when it comes from somebody you care about. This is the case for Bobby Griffith, who after coming out to his mother is forced to commit suicide. His mother, after, is forced to deal with her faith and her son's sexuality. In Prayers for Bobby by Leroy Aaron. Bobby knew he was gay from an early age. In the 9th grade, he was mercilessly persecuted, called fag and homo, and even had his head submerged inside of a toilet. Even after all of this, he decided to come out to his mother. When Mary heard, she felt something crumple inside of her. She simply said, "Well, there's no doubt in my mind that God will handle this. God has a plan for this. And if you really are gay, God will heal you." Mary began to pin Bible verses all around the house targeted towards Bobby's condition. Again and again, she drove home the philosophy that homosexuals were cast out of God's kingdom. When not scribbling down verses, she was turning up the volume on the Christian radio so that Bobby could hear it from his room. She told him, "Bobby, you are not trying hard enough. You are not praying hard enough. You need to have more faith." After his death, Mary began to read the Bible daily, searching for answers. She was more confused than ever. She found verses that seemed to contradict each other. According to Leviticus, homosexuality was a sin, but the Bible also states that if a child is rebellious, that they should be stoned to death. Well, in today's world, God certainly couldn't have meant that. Mary found herself arguing philosophy with many people. One woman stated, "If it was my son, I would never speak to him again, and I would never let him in my home." Mary felt her eyes well up with tears, and then anger is what filled her heart. It was not God's will that Bobby jumped over the side of an overpass into the path of an 18-wheeled truck. It was a direct result of my fear and my ignorance of the word gay. There are no words to express the fear and the emptiness in our hearts. I miss Bobby incredibly. I miss his smile and his fun-loving spirit. Bobby's hopes and dreams were taken from him, and they shouldn't have been, and I can't have Bobby back. There are children just like him sitting in your congregations. Unknown to you, they are crying out to God in their hearts. So before you say amen in your house, remember that a child may be listening. The woman rolled her eyes and walked away. In watching her walk away, the anger subsided from Mary. But she realized something. She loved Bobby. He was not sinful or evil or sick, just different. She had at last had an answer as to why God had not healed Bobby. He had not healed Bobby because there was nothing wrong